Today we're going to be building a simple LED circuit that can teach you some of the fundamentals of electronics. Alright, before we get into the video, I'm just going to explain quickly how this works, and we're going to build the circuit in Tinkercad here. So all I have here is a battery pack with an on and off switch, a resistor, and an LED. So I'll start off just by showing it. Pretty simple. We go our negative to our short end and our positive to our long end. Start the simulation here. You can see that it explodes. But if I delete one of these sides, add in E resistor to limit the current, then you can get a nice LED that doesn't explode. All you're going to need is a switch with some wire on it. This is from an old smoker. A battery, this one is a 3.7 volt. An LED, the main part, and then some extra wire and a resistor. Also some tape. It's not too complicated to build. You'll see me mess around with it a little bit. It's a little finicky, but it works. The wires are a little too short right now, so I'm just going to strip them a bit, pull it off, and then I'm also doing the extension wire. We're just going to take our LED here. You got the long end and the short end, the long end being the positive. Take your either or. I did the negative first, and then you're going to take your extension wire, also attach it, which is a little bit harder to do. I would suggest trying to jam the pin into the wire. And here we are. I finally got it in. Looks short, but it took me probably 5 or 7 minutes to actually do it. You want to take your long end of the LED, which is connected to our extension, and connect it to the positive side of the battery, and then your negative end, and you'll see it lights up here because I left the switch on. Just kind of fold the flaps over. Your battery might not have it. You might have to use some tape. Now, this isn't the best way to do it because we have our current running through without any resistance straight to our LED, which can cause it to burn out. Well, on a higher voltage, here it'd be fine, but what we're going to do is we're going to add a resistor. This one is a 220 ohm resistor, a little strong, but it should work perfect for what we need it to. So I'm just going to start by undoing our circuit here. Take your resistor and your LED. It doesn't matter which side the resistor is on. It can go both ways. It just has to have the current flow through it to cause resistance. Take your tape, wrap it around. I didn't get it very tight here, but I'd recommend trying to get a little bit better of a seal. And as you can see, I have it in series with the LED. You take another piece of tape just to secure it a little bit more than the super janky part that we had before. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a resistor and another piece of tape, connect it to the wire end of the switch, wrap it around, get a nice good seal, make sure that the terminal is touching the wire. And then as we have it set up here, all we're going to do is take the opposite end of the LED, in this case the negative, and nope, the positive, I don't know what I'm saying, connect it with another piece of tape. This one is probably the worst connection. There we go. And then it should work. Yeah. Just like, nope. Gonna fix it. Wrap the shit out of it with this tape here. There we go. And it works. So now that we have the resistor in there, you can notice that that LED is a little less brighter because we have less voltage and less current. So what this means is if you use a higher or lower resistor, like for example a 1 ohm resistor, it's going to be brighter, or if it's higher, it's going to be lower. Or you could use something like a potentiometer and change the resistance to adjust it whenever you want. And with that, it's going to be the end of the video. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just a beginner. If anyone has any suggestions or anything I did wrong or anything you'd like to see me do next, leave it in the comments. But thank you for watching, considering liking. Thank you.